Hey everyone, it's Alex, the Rival Strategist, and welcome to this Marvel Rivals video where we're going to be discussing the value of the Season 1 Battle Pass, otherwise known as the Luxury Battle Pass, and whether or not it's worth it. And right off the top here, I'm going to get right into it. Yes, it absolutely is. It is an incredibly insane value. This 990 lattice, or otherwise approximately $10 USD, is going to give you almost like $140 to $150 USD worth of stuff. It's actually like an incredible value proposition. And that's of course assuming that like nothing's on sale. There's constant sales and stuff, so the currency is a little difficult to track. But like assuming nothing's on sale and like you're just taking the skins as base value and the currencies straight up as they are, then yeah, you're looking at like a tremendous amount of value here, and it's actually pretty insane. Another thing I'm going to mention here is that this luxury battle pass, once it's purchased, it never expires, and therefore for your $10 you're essentially getting a battle pass that you can continue to kind of chip away at forever as long as you're playing Marvel Rivals. If you're playing it the free version, it will disappear, right? So you only get access to the battle pass in future seasons if you purchase the luxury battle pass, right? The free version you won't be able to kind of progress on anymore. And one thing worth mentioning is that the luxury battle pass, the super extra luxury battle pass, is like basically $12 USD more. And I don't think it's necessarily worth it. However, for like the average person, because it's like, yeah, okay, that acquisition bonus of 20% is pretty legit. However, if you're going to be playing daily, which the way the missions work, it's kind of best to play like daily so that you can, of course, get like the value from the missions and then they refresh over time. You're going to get everything more or less. However, someone like me, I got 4 kids, I got 2 jobs, I do a lot of work. So it's like, that 20% acquisition bonus, it actually is kind of calling to me because I don't get the opportunity to grind as much as I would like on a daily basis, right? So I just might do it. But what I'm going to do here is we're going to go through kind of some stuff in detail to talk about the value being generated. But overall, yes, this absolutely is an incredible amount of value. And one thing I should note as well is that it's 990 lattice, but you're getting 600 lattice back. You're getting 600 units back with the luxury battle pass. And that means that essentially every third battle pass, if you keep buying the luxury battle passes, every third one is free because you can essentially use the lattice that you've earned through the prior battle passes to pay for that third one, provided that you save it, right? So, okay, so let's break down the contents of the battle pass, and we're going to start with the free-to-play players, and then we'll go in depth for the luxury battle pass players. So if you're free-to-play, you're going to be getting 400 units for free, 200 lattice for free, and 2 costumes, one that's an epic and one that's a rare. And actually, on that note, some people might not realize this, but when you go to the store, and actually when you're looking at skins in total, the rarity of the skin is indicated by the icon right here. So this is going to be a legendary, this orange one. These purple ones are going to be epics, and then you'll note that there's no rares here. That's because the rares are actually in the character cards themselves. When you go to the cosmetics, you go over here to the cosmetics section, you go to acquire, and this here is going to be a rare as indicated by the icon here in blue at 600 units. And that's kind of how, I came to the guesstimation of the $140 to $150 USD value of the battle pass if you take everything at face value for what the skins are worth without discounts. Although there have been just non-stop discounts, but that's a whole other conversation. There are so many animations in this game. It's like when you're trying to move quickly, it's like it's slowing you down quite a bit. But anyways, you'll be getting the Penny Parker for free, and this is the rare. As you can see, it's essentially Penny Parker, but a color reskin on it. You take those, it's pretty cool. And then you get the Scarlet Witch, which honestly is a really nice skin. And I think this is cool because I think there's a little bit of FOMO out there for players that didn't get that white alpha Scarlet Witch skin. And despite the fact that Scarlet Witch is not necessarily meta relevant right now in pretty much any MMR, still a really nice skin and something that you can acquire as a free-to-play player. The amount of value being generated as a free-to-play player is pretty cool. You're playing literally one of the best games on the planet while still acquiring some skins and stuff like that. You can't argue that. And it's also worth noting that, as I mentioned, you do get free lattice and free units. That means that approximately 1 of every 5 seasons, you can use the 200 free lattice to buy a luxury battle pass. So if you save up your lattice for 5 seasons, eventually if there's a season you're like, I need to get into this season, I need to get it, you're going to be able to utilize that lattice you've been earning for free to get a paid battle pass. That's pretty awesome, right? You don't often get those opportunities, so kudos to NetEase for kind of being free-to-play friendly from that standpoint. And yeah, these skins are just remarkable. Like, the art is absolutely insane. So let's talk about the paid path here. Now, I think a lot of value is going to be generated from the skins themselves, and something worth mentioning is we kind of talked up the value of the Battle Pass prior, and one of the ways that I kind of tried to calculate the value of it was assuming that rare skins are 600 units, the epic skins are approximately 1,400, the MCU ones are a little more expensive, legendary is about 3,300, but they're obviously, like, they get discounted, so the base value can be a little bit difficult to predict. However, one thing that's worth noting is that the value of the Battle Pass is also impacted by which heroes you play. Like, if you never play Loki, you know, maybe you should start with this skin, you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe it can be a reason to pick up a character that you have not played, but if you're like, no, I'll never play Loki, then, you know, the value of the Battle Pass is negatively impacted by the fact that you're not going to play this legendary skin. Another thing worth mentioning is if you got past gold, you actually got a really cool Moon Knight skin. Now, this Moon Knight skin is actually awesome, I think, especially for a rare, but if you're someone who got past gold here and you go to find Moon Knight, which for some reason I can't find, here he is, you go to Moon Knight and that's like the skin you got for getting past gold. So that's pretty awesome too. So again, maybe a little less value there because you just got a skin for kind of performing well in the prior season. But regardless of that, if you go to the Battle Pass, some of these skins really do punch above their weight. Obviously, the Loki Legendary is absolutely phenomenal. It's very similar to the Mantis, a complete redo of the kit. As I said, the Moon Knight has a little bit less value, despite the fact that it's recommended as a rare, just because of, I think, the prior unlock for the season reward. You do have the custom Rocket Raccoon. That is honestly pretty cool. This is going to be specific to Marvel Rivals. This is not from a comic or anything, but hey, interesting enough, Rocket Raccoon has been a legitimate competitor in the meta with some decent stats that were revealed at the end of Season 0 that I think surprised a lot of people. Way better than Cloak and Dagger, which is funny because we talked about that in the tier list we talked about, despite some like flack gotten in the comments. But yeah, Rocket doing work. And then you have, of course, the Magneto, who looks phenomenal. I love this. This kind of reminds me of like the Hellfire Gala kind of version of Magneto. But of course, it's the House of M from 2005. But like it has this very classic look to it, which I really do appreciate. The Namor as a rare, this is one of the nicest rare skins I've seen in a while. Like I think it absolutely looks phenomenal. Punches way above the rare kind of weight class, one might say. The Iron Man, I think Iron Man has a lot of cool skins. This one's obviously a really neat one. Really captures the flavor of the season. I think this Adam Warlock, listen, as a strategist player, this Adam Warlock is phenomenal. I think it looks great. I thought the Guardians of the Galaxy one looked good too, but this one here is just so stylistic. It just looks phenomenal. Can't wait to unlock this one. And then again, the Scarlet Witch is one of the free ones. And then the legendary skin of the Wolverine is pretty fantastic as well. It's also worth noting here that with the Wolverine, you do get some additional goodies, including a VP screen, stuff like that. And of course, you know, a little bit of extra flair on his animations and stuff like that. So much more of a custom feel for this type of product, or the luxury battle pass in this case. But overall, yes, the luxury battle pass is a tremendous amount of value in Marvel Rivals. Absolutely recommended. Definitely worth getting. You get it once and you can unlock it at your leisure whenever you want. Just remember, the free version will expire and disappear, but your paid luxury version will not. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on that next one.